The Desert Within, a tale of misplaced purpose and inner calling. In a quiet corner of a city zoo, far from the noise of tourists and the rustle of food wrappers, a young camel named Kian sat beside a shallow pond. The afternoon sun cast long, drowsy shadows across the enclosure. As the still water reflected his image, Kian frowned, not out of vanity, but out of confusion. He tilted his head, studied the shape of his body, the tall legs, the broad padded feet, the curved hump on his back. He fluttered his long lashes and sighed. Something didn't add up. "Mother," he asked softly, his gaze still fixed on the water, "why do we look like this?" His mother, Amara, a camel of quiet grace and wise eyes dulled by captivity, lifted her head slowly. "Like what, my dear?" "These big humps," Kian said, nudging his back. "Why do we have them?" Amara smiled gently. "Our humps store fat, Kian. In the desert, food and water can disappear for days. Our humps allow us to keep going when there's nothing else." Kian's eyes lit up with wonder. "Really? That's incredible." "Yes," she nodded. "We are built for endurance." He was silent for a moment, then looked down at his legs. "And these long legs? They help us walk for miles under the blazing sun," she said. "And our wide feet. Do you see them? They stop us from sinking into the sand." Kian stretched his legs thoughtfully, nodding again. "So, we're made for walking far across deserts." "That's right," Amara said. "The desert is our true home." Kian blinked, and his long lashes brushed against his cheek. He scrunched his nose. "These eyelashes, they get in my way sometimes." Amara chuckled softly. "They are our protection. When sandstorms rise and the wind howls, these lashes keep the sand out of our eyes. Without them, we'd be blinded." Kian grew quiet. His mind, so young and full of questions, was weaving these truths together. He looked around, the cement ground, the steel bars, the tourists who pointed and laughed, then moved on. "Mother," he said slowly, "if our humps help us survive without food or water, our legs help us travel great distances, and our eyelashes protect us from desert winds, then why are we in a zoo?" His voice didn't echo, but his question did. Amara's breath caught. Her smile faded. She looked at her son, not as a child, but as a mirror of all the questions she had buried long ago. She followed his gaze toward the bars. They weren't tight, weren't cruel, but they were not the horizon either, not the endless sand, not the silence of wind and sky. She said nothing. Kian waited, then lowered his head. "So, we're not using any of it?" "No," Amara whispered. "We're not. There are questions that stir the surface of life, and then there are questions that shake the soul." Kian's simple curiosity revealed a truth many never dare to ask. What am I built for? And am I living it? The zoo had food. It had shelter. It had safety. But it did not have meaning, and so, even with everything provided, something vital was missing. Not just for Kian, but for so many like him, in other bodies, other places. People who live day after day, fed, clothed, even praised, but somehow empty. Like camels in zoos, they carry the potential for deserts they never walk. In the days that followed, Kian changed, not dramatically. He still ate when fed. He still walked in circles when children came to see him. But something inside had awakened, a quiet ache, a sense that he was meant for more than this display. Amara watched her son with a mix of pride and sorrow. She remembered when she was young, when she too asked that same question. But over the years, the question had dulled. Life in captivity had its rhythms. and surrender often masqueraded as acceptance. But now, through her son's eyes, she remembered the desert, not as a place, but as a calling. Each night, when the zoo quieted, they would lie together beneath the artificial lights and dream of open sands. Amara told Kian about the dunes that moved like waves, the silence so deep you could hear your own soul speak, the wind that whispered not of captivity, but of destiny. And Kian listened, not just with his ears, but with his spirit. "I was made for more," he would whisper into the night. "Yes," Amara would say, "you were." This story is not about camels. It is about you. You who might have been told that safety is enough, that a job is just a job, that your dreams are childish, that your gifts are inconvenient. But if your soul is built for wide journeys, you will never find peace in a small cage. You might have endurance, but no path to walk. You might have vision, but no window to see through. You might have strength, but nowhere to use it. And that dissonance, that quiet misery, is the price of misplacement. If you feel stuck, ask yourself, what am I naturally made for? What are the things I do effortlessly, joyfully, as if life flows through me when I do them? Am I in the right environment? Does my daily life reflect what I value, what I long for? Or am I living in someone else's expectations? Am I taking action, or just existing? Even in a cage, one can dream, but dreaming is only the seed. You must water it with courage. The desert still exists. Whatever your desert is, your purpose, your truth, it is out there. The zoo is comfortable, predictable, but comfort without meaning is just numbness with cushions. And if you, like Kian, have begun to question the bars around you, then know this: the question itself is the beginning of your return. You are not here to be displayed. You are here to discover. You are not made to repeat routines. You are made to roam wild with meaning. You may have been born into a cage, but your spirit remembers the sand.